What's up, everybody? And thank you because you have just tuned in to Real Laughs on Real Radio 104.1. I am your host today, Mr. James John, comedian extraordinaire. That's right. We got a great show for you guys. We a nightcap of comedy. Of course, I'm joined in virtual studio with some very funny ass comedians that you all know and love. First off, we're going to start with the man who helped start all this hilarity over 8 years ago. I said 8. That's right, y'all. 8 years we've been doing this thing. Y'all give it up for my man, Mr. Miguel Cologne Jr.
All right, we're morning recording, guys. So it's gonna be about 2 segments in before my juices are flowing. Okay,
Right.
I'm already mad. I'm just looking at everybody like, y'all have to have shows, and we got to do this in the morning, don't we?
Yeah.
Breakfast real laughs ain't my real laughs, guys. And I did like 2 years on the Monsters in the morning, and still I would walk into that studio. And Russ would be like, hey, man, the show starts at like 6 a.m. or whatever. And he's like, the best time to be here is that first hour. I was like, I'll be in at 9.
Yeah.
I'll revamp the second and the last hours,
That's hilarious. It's really great to be here that first hour when no one's listening. Yeah.
Yeah, it'd be all packed. And he's like, this is it, man. Because he's like, that first hour, everybody's fired up. They're getting ready to go to work. I'm like, the ribs and whiskey come in at 9.
Yeah.
I'll be there for breakfast ribs.
I used to miss that segment, man. Shout out to the Monsters.
I used to be like, it's 10:30 in the morning. I'm drunk and full of ribs.
Yes. Yes, bruh.
This is like a racial slur.
Dog, it's so crazy because of my military and my job, I'm up at 6 a.m. no matter what.
For your whole life, Ken.
My whole life. I'm talking about since 1995. Wow. My body is like, hey, get up. I'm like, yo, I'm not doing PT. Why am I up this early? Like this morning, I'm on the road this morning. I woke up at 6 o'clock. And I'm watching Family Matters, just mad at the world. And I finally got myself to go back to sleep. And when I finally got myself to go back to sleep, the alarm went off so we can record this.
There you go. Yep. There you go. That voice you're hearing is the man amidst himself, the other third of Real Laughs, Mr. Ken Miller. Man, Ken, where you at right now? Tell the people where you at, man.
I'm in Vero Beach, Riverside Theater, man. Last night, 2 great shows. First show was light, but still good. Late show Friday. If you guys listen to the show, you know that is the show we hate more than anything. We hate that show more than anything. And it is. I thought it was gonna be a rough one because they came in drunk. It was one lady, bro. She's sick. First of all, she's 61.
61.
It was her birthday, and she looked like she was 40 years old. Black lady.
Okay, yeah.
And she looked 40. When I asked her how old she was, she said 61. Everybody in the audience was like, you lying. Bro, this lady, she had to drink a whole bottle of Patron before she got there.
Oh, okay.
I'm talking about it was coming out her pores, her hair. And I said, this lady gonna be wild. And she was the funnest person of the night.
Nice.
You don't never know when them older ladies, they looking all sexy, and then you take that dress off and you get to see them neck area. Or you look at her hands, because you don't pay attention to her hands, and then you got her in the bedroom and you put hands on hands. You like, that's some skeletal ass hands. And then the more she gets excited, the more you see the veins. Oh yeah, Jane's talking about the neck.
The turkey neck.
If it's wintertime and she got that turtleneck on, you don't know. You pull that down and you like, oh my God, she got the Crypt Keeper neck.
Liver spots. Or you could tell by the breakfast too. Baby, you want some salmon croquettes? Like what? Yeah. I just can't get bacon and eggs. What?
You get into the house and you like, there's a lot of commemorative plates. Like,
hey, Miguel, you get in there. She got MLK, JFK, Jesus,
Bobby Kennedy,
and Bobby Kennedy, and Obama on the wall.
That is the old woman starter kit when it comes to pictures, man. And they got JFK, Jesus, and MLK on the wall.
It's 81 degrees, but the air is on. That's just what she sets it at.
Hey, baby, before you go, you want some Nilla wafers?
Yeah. Hey, and there's hard candy everywhere. Yeah.
Hey, everybody know my wife older than me. I knew she was older than me when I went to her house. She had me snapping peas. I was like, what is going
on
on?
on a porch in Orlando. Like,
Yeah.
what are we
Yeah.
doing?
I get in the house. There's a 35-year-old man named Dante in there. I'm like, hey, he's like, hey, I'm staying with grandma for a while. He's 35. How old's grandma?
Yo, hey,
Why does that
hey,
happen?
Yeah.
dude, somebody got to watch Nana, bro.
Yeah.
Bruh.
Because everybody thinks it's a good deal. They're like, listen, Dante, you in between, and it's only the good one. It can't be Carlos. It can't be the
No,
one who's in and out of jail. He don't get to stay with
no,
grandma. But
no.
Dante, you've been good. You just you chose the wrong girl, and then she took the house. So
Mhm.
you gonna stay with grandma, because and then you're not allowed to change the room you're staying in.
No, no,
Like
no.
you get-
Mama,
he
can I
got his
take
he
this?
got his
Can I take this lace bed cover off? No, baby, that's my favorite
Oh my
lace
God,
cover
them
right
lace
there.
bed covers. I was in Jamaica and I
Uh-huh.
stayed with my homeboy Chris and his wife Katie, and their family lived out there. So he has a cousin Clint, and I was staying at Clint's house because they were like, "Hey, stay with Clint. He drinks. You can have girls over, all this
Yeah.
stuff," because they were staying with their aunt. So I
Mhm.
was like, "Okay." Well, Clint was one of them the cousins that just took over grandma's house. Grandma passed away, and then it went to the house is divided, and they were like, Clint needs a house. He ain't never
Yeah.
gonna get his own house. So
Yeah,
give him
Mhm.
yeah,
grandma's house. So
Yeah.
Clint didn't have nothing. Yo, I'm laying on this bed. It's got 5 like duvet covers. They're all lacy. Every
Yep.
pillow's got a doily on it. It's
Yep.
Jamaica. Clint don't have no AC. And this brother, big strong, what you would think of a big strong Jamaican dude. One night he just comes in the room. He's in his little Jamaican panties because they don't wear boxers. They
Nah.
wear like panty drawers.
Yeah.
My man comes in. I'm like, uh-oh, it's about to go down. Like, I'm like, I get it, Clint. Can't stay for free. Well, guess what? It's about to be my house. Well, my man comes
Akuma
in.
Tate.
Yeah, I'm like, there it is, Clint. We doing this, huh? My man comes in with Mel Gibson's Apocalypto. He's like, hey, bro, you trying to smoke one and watch Apocalypto? And I was like, yeah, that does sound good, but can you put some goddamn pants on or something? I'm laying on this hot ass doily, and there we are on this bed laying doily pillows. My man got panties and a bubble ass on, and I'm like, hey man, I gotta get the heck out of Jamaica. Like, I gotta get back to America.
yo,
Bro, doily pillows and
bro.
panties, bro. That,
That,
Doily
dude.
pillows and panties, like everything you would want. Everything, like this is what a grandma's sex dream is. Big old Jamaican comes in like, hey, grandma, tell me about this chiffaro. You know, me want to
Let,
know more about this quadanza. You know,
yeah.
yo,
Let me rub your bunion.
yeah,
bruh. Hey, man, dog, that's funny about our cultures. That
Yes.
yeah.
some little panties to them is just normal,
Normal. Yeah.
And I'm
normal.
not
You know
talking
what I
Ranger
mean?
panties. I mean
Yeah,
panties, bro.
that is
Like my man
hilarious.
panties, and I'm just like, man, he could do whatever he wants to my dead body, but it's gonna be my dead body.
But
Yo,
I don't think I can win this fight. I just want him to lose an eye or something.
yeah. Miguel's
I
like,
want
all
him
right,
to
well,
not be able to enjoy it while I'm laying there slumped dead.
that's funny. Oh my God. Miguel said, we're doing this? Okay. Oh man.
I knew there was a caveat to this.
Mhm. So there is no like central air in Jamaica. Like you just when you go there, you
Most places in the world, James, civilized places around the world like Jamaica, everywhere. Because you think about places like Jamaica, this is a big. I mean, this is an island that's a huge, not huge, but this ain't no third world country. This is Jamaica. You know what I'm
yeah,
saying? Even though
absolutely. Yes.
and so you think of like third world countries not having AC, but Jamaica doesn't have AC. London doesn't have AC everywhere. Like New
Really?
York don't usually got AC. Like lots of places don't have centralized AC. Now they might new buildings might. I think as stuff has been built in the last like
Resorts,
20 years. Well,
hotels.
even in the
Yeah.
last 20 years, it's become something that people are like, ooh, we got to make sure this has AC if we're building it. But it ain't Florida style too. Because you go up to like New York and you go into a bodega and they don't have AC, and you're like, you work here all day. You work
yeah,
here selling
yeah.
blunts in
E-
100-degree heat.
Explain that to me. Like I did
Because
not
none of these
know
buildings
that.
were built with central AC,
That's
and
correct.
and so and,
When
and
they
some
were
people
built.
have window units, but
Yes.
some people just don't care. That's why I was telling my family members, I was like, look, New York heat is hot.
Yes.
But Florida heat is the jungle. This is where the predator comes to hunt. You
Yeah.
know. However, I will tell them this. I said I can take New York burning hot street heat when the buildings cook you like an oven is hot.
Yeah.
Over that Florida 150% humidity, you can't sweat
Yeah.
because it's wetter outside.
Yes.
But the difference is what I can't handle is indoor hot. And I
No,
hate when I'm in New York and you
that's
in a
where I'm at.
hallway to get to a
Yes.
building, you're like, come on,
God.
Key. Come on,
Oh
Key.
my God. That's
Indoor
what I
hot's
hate.
the worst hot.
Yes. Like when you go to Mexico, like you go to one of the resorts, they got AC in the room,
Yeah.
but they
Not
don't have
outside.
AC
Yeah.
in the lobby. They don't have it
Yeah.
in the hallway. So when
Yeah.
you walk in, you're like, holy, I can't say the word I want to say.
Yeah.
You looking at the workers like, yo, y'all just have to stand here and check people in and
I'm like,
sweat.
give me a room. They're like, we're working on your room. No, give me a room. I don't care.
Yeah.
People can be in it. I don't care if somebody's already in my room. Just give me a room.
We will
We'll
share the
share it. We'll
AC.
figure it out. We'll
Dude,
figure it
so
out.
they're used to it. It was like I think we talked about this on the other old show, where as a kid we didn't have an air conditioner. My mama room had an air conditioner. That was it.
Wow.
We had a
Man.
fan, and we would put the fan in the window at night.
Yeah.
Ken's
But
wearing jeans.
Bruh, dude, jeans in the summertime. But other
Yeah.
than that, but then I was like, how did I even survive this?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, how did I survive
Yeah.
this as a kid? But now I'm older. Man, if I go somewhere ain't got no AC, I'm going home.
We going
Yeah.
home. Yes, we are.
I
Yes,
left
we
the
are.
hotel because it didn't have sufficient AC. It was one of those hotels. It was like felt like 78 degrees. I was like, hey, what's going on with the AC? And they were like, I'm sorry, sir, we're working on the AC. And I was like, do you got another room? And they were like, we don't. I was like,
Gotta
we gotta
go.
call this player. We gotta call
Yeah.
this player right
Yeah.
here, yo.
Amen.
I'll go. I went down to a janky roadway inn where there was like dudes trapping, and I saw all them dudes trapping. And I saw one of them had a jacket on. I said, "Oh, okay, because it's cold in his room." Okay, yeah, good to go. Good to go, brother.
Yo,
Watch this.
yo, that happened at my job, bro. We came in one day and it 86 degrees, the thermostats, and they were like, "Oh, it's I think it's census when people are in the building and then the
Yeah.
cars will come down." I said, "But it's a 6-story building and it's old. It's gonna
Yes.
take more than 30 minutes for this air to
Bro,
go
it's
down."
gonna take hours to get
So
that down.
I'm like, "We got to go home." This 7 o'clock.
Yeah.
It's 9:30. It is now 89 degrees.
Nah, we out.
But
We out.
finally, my supervisor, the manager was like, "We gotta wait." My supervisor, like, "Y'all go home. Y'all can
Yeah,
work from home,
bro.
whatever." Dog, there's nothing worse than that inside the building hot. Bro.
Hot. Yeah.
There's
Because
nothing worse
it
than
just-
that inside
it
the building.
feels
hot, bro.
wrong, man. It just don't
Yeah.
feel right. It feels like a Jamaican in panties.
Oh,
It
and
don't
when-
feel right.
Yeah. Well, go on, my blood. You trying to watch this movie?
Yo,
No.
why that
What
movie?
else you want to do? We'll watch
Why?
it.
Yeah, why Apocalypse?
That was such a random ass movie. Why that
Yeah.
movie,
He
bro?
came in with it too. You trying to watch Apocalypto, blood? And I was like, if that keeps you at bay, you know.
Yeah. What if he was like, you want to watch Thelma and Louise?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You trying to
The
watch
same
Love and Basketball? Take your shirt off. You be
Yeah.
cooler that way.
You hear me now?
Oh, dude,
There's
that-
so much about you, Miguel, that reminds me of a woman.
Yo, that's such a random ass movie, bro.
And it was
It's
my
like-
first time watching it. I was like, this is a good ass movie.
Movie, yeah. Hey man, thanks.
Yeah, thanks.
Yeah.
Hey, I appreciate you letting me watch this movie and letting me be
Oh,
a little
don't worry.
spoon.
You're going to take me later. Starts playing Egyptian, you know.
Oh my goodness. bro.
Ding-a-ling-a-ling. School bell a ring.
He's playing songs that are super suggestive. Nigga, come on, laying on the bed. Man gonna give me head. Yo, I'm gonna take it. He gonna love it, and I'm gonna make. What song is this? I wrote it today.
Oh snap, bro.
What's it called? Can you keep a secret?
You want to hear the remix?
Yeah.
Stop crying. You loved it.
Oh God. Thank you so much, man. Miguel, you back. You
Back,
back,
baby.
man. Y'all don't go anywhere. We'll be right back with more real laughs right here on Real Radio 104.1. Welcome back, everybody. You are still listening to Real Labs on Real Radio 104.1. I am your host, Mr. James John, joined in virtual studio with some really good, funny friends of mine. That's right, Ken Miller and Miguel Cologne Jr. Want to remind you guys, if you don't follow us on social media, I need you guys to go to Instagram and follow us. I need you to go to Facebook and follow us. I need you to go to YouTube. I need you guys to subscribe, like, comment, and share all this hilarity so we can keep this thing going. Guys, when I was doing that cruise ship the other day, man, I noticed that people don't really do something that we used to do all the time. And it was an event that would happen every so often, and my whole family would get together as kids and participate. But people really didn't care when I was on that ship, all the Americans, they didn't really care about the Olympics. And I wanted to ask y'all, do y'all still watch the Olympics at all?
In
Oh, dude.
passing, I'm all about watching different events when they're on, but I'm
It's
not
not.
setting up to watch anything. But I know Ken had said it before. He always watches the Olympics.
Yeah, I always watch the Olympics.
That's your
Yeah,
joint?
yeah. We talked about this last week while you were out, and
Uh-huh.
I love it. I just bought a new TV, and YouTube TV got the 4 screens when it comes to
Yeah.
sports. I don't know
Oh,
why it's sports and news.
okay.
Like you can't
Because
do
they
the
don't
4
think
screen for nothing else. You can't
because
do
they
the
don't
4
think you
screen
watching
for
Family Matters
yeah,
and Perfect Strangers at the same
yeah,
time.
right, yeah. Or you can have all the Transformers on each. You know what I'm saying?
No,
Yeah,
you'll cause a time paradox. You can't.
But yeah, Jay, we talked about this last week. How I still enjoy watching the Olympics, track and
Okay.
field. I love
There's
track and field,
okay.
swimming,
All right.
USA basketball.
Gymnastics.
The gymnastics, yeah, dude. Like to the point where my kids came over Tuesday, and we were watching it. We
Wow.
were going back, dude. But it's stuff in the Olympics. Like I'm come on, dog. I got a skateboarding.
yeah.
Come on, dog.
And
Skateboarding,
Breakdancing.
here's the thing with
breakdancing.
the
Come on,
skateboarding and the breakdancing too. It's not at the highest level I've ever seen
at
in my
all,
life.
at
No.
Because I
all.
watched the skateboarding in the Olympics, I was like, "Yo, there's a 14-year-old kid in La Jolla right now
Yeah.
that's playing in that." Yeah, and then I watched the breakdancing competition, guys. I watched the whole competition. I was like, "I'm gonna tell y'all the truth. None of y'all are saving the rec center.
None,
None of y'all.
none.
That's
They,
what you
hey,
got. That's the heat you bring in.
yeah.
Ah.
They are
It's
wrecking
closed,
ball
guys.
in
Guess
that.
what?
They are wrecking ball at rec center, bro.
Yeah.
After this
Yeah,
competition,
I'm like, yo, with Turbo and Ozone could see you now. They would be
Mm.
disgusted.
They are like, oh, where did we go wrong? They're gonna
I
Miley
thought
Cyrus this.
I thought Olympic level breakdancing when I saw it. I was like, I thought, wow, this has to be the world's greatest breakdance. It wasn't, guys.
It
It
wasn't.
wasn't the world's greatest breakdance. It wasn't. The Jabberwocks weren't out there.
The
You know, I
Jabberwocky.
was like,
The
yeah,
man, hey, the white man.
yeah,
Team USA, Jabberwocky.
yeah. Team USA saves the rec center.
and on that, who's judging? Because I know there's no judge.
Crazy
at
Legs
the Olymp-
Rodriguez.
Yeah,
Crazy
yeah,
Legs.
yeah. Crazy Legs
Zulu
Rodriguez,
Nation is just on there.
Spider Man, and
Yeah.
That's funny.
and Teresa from accounting. Like
Yeah.
that. Just
Why is
some
there always
regular-
one person I have nothing to do with? Like,
Yeah.
I
just
didn't
some
see
regular lady.
one Filipino judge, and that's how I know they're not taking
True.
breakdancing seriously.
true.
Yeah.
That's funny. That's why you only see the Jabberwockers. They're competing.
Yeah,
for
there wasn't
Philippines.
one
Yeah.
Filipino in her nursing outfit. Like, I have to get back to work, but this was not the level of breakdance. I think, like, Charlie, come in the room, show Mama the breakdance. You know,
Party.
because if you could do any kind of dance or something when you were a kid, when the family would get together, everybody be drinking coffee. Miguel, come in here. Tell the joke. Tell
Yeah.
the joke that made us laugh. And now you on the spot. You're like, all right. And if you a
Listen.
ham kid, you like, I'm living for this. I already put my
Yeah, you
tuxedo
are.
on.
Yeah,
You
you are.
know?
Yeah.
You know?
Spotlight.
You
You
got a spotlight.
spotlight.
Your
Hey,
sister holding the spotlight. Yo.
hey, give me a light at 3.
Yeah. And the whole time you doing this, your bad cousin's like, you do the comedy. I'm going to steal us 2 beers.
Yeah, there you go.
So
Oh,
Donkey walks into the whorehouse. Your parents like, not the joke, not the joke.
man.
You looking at your
Hey.
cousin, he's hanging down like Mission Impossible, stealing 2, and he don't even know. He don't know what he's stealing. He's like, I got us a bottle of bitters. We're getting lit, you know?
Hey, man,
Yeah.
Yeah,
heard of this
Olympic
thing called
breakdancing
called tonic
wasn't the
water?
fire.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got tonic. And then what do? You drink it, you're like, yo, I'm feeling it.
Yeah.
I'm feeling this tonic water. They're gonna make me
Hey.
punch somebody.
Dog.
Speaking of that, man, real quick, kid,
Yeah.
don't lose your thought. Man,
Okay.
I remember growing up as a kid and having a cool uncle who would sneak you a drink as a kid.
Yeah, man.
Remember
You gotta
that?
watch out,
Though?
he wasn't too cool of
a
an uncle.
sip.
He's like,
Yeah.
come on, let's sneak this beer in the shower. What? What? Yeah, this way your parents won't hear us drinking. You be thinking, Uncle Richie. You be thinking.
Hey, by the way, we dirty. We should probably lather up. Oh
Yeah,
yeah. That
smart,
sounds
because then
right.
they won't smell the beer on us.
Yeah.
And when you kiss, because I haven't figured out why we're kissing yet. But you think of everything, Uncle Richie.
Oh
Can't
my
tell your mama
God.
because she's gonna find out you had a beer. I will let her know about the beer, Uncle Richie. I definitely think I'm not gonna get us in trouble with somebody else in this scenario.
Yeah.
You know?
Bro.
Oh my
Why
God.
are your friends in here? Because you got to do everything with your homeboys. Uncle Richie, you be thinking. You just sitting on a bed. You gonna take me to an island? Yeah, man. You gonna meet Bill Clinton. I'm gonna meet Bill Clinton. He gonna love you. Oh man, Uncle Richie, what a life. Stop, don't touch me.
He
I
said,
don't want my
what a
shoulder rubbing down.
life.
Yeah.
Oh, God. I'm sorry, kid. I didn't mean to cut you off, man. I was
No,
just thinking about the cool
you
uncle.
made me think about when Miguel said you be to pretend to be drunk. I don't remember who it was. It was a comic, and somebody had made brownies or something, and told him it was weed in them, but it wasn't.
Placebo them.
But it
Okay.
wasn't. That dude
Uh-huh.
was like, man, I don't know what y'all put in there. The dude was like, bro, there's nothing in there.
He just got a
Ah!
It had to be something in there, bro. I'm just like, oh my God. What is,
Nah, he just found out
no.
he got diabetes. He's like, everybody else feeling a little weak.
Yeah,
He got a gluten intolerance. Yo,
Hey.
this weed got me
Hey.
feeling bloated.
Hey, man.
Hey, I can't feel my toes. Hey, man. Listen.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yo, this is
Dude,
so
you
good. I
made-
can't feel my toes. And
You made me think, bro. But for my family, it was the Humpty dance.
they would make you
My
go out
mom,
there and do it.
my mom was like, y'all come here, do that. Because because we talk about how now people talk about how hip hop is trash, how our parents we don't like hip hop. My mama didn't like my mama liked two rappers, MC Hammer
Yep.
and Humpty Hump.
Yep.
That's it. So
Yep.
y'all come here, do that Humpty, that Dumpty, that dude come here, do the
Dumpty.
Dumpty. You mean the
Not the
Humpty?
Humpty, yeah.
So we in there like this.
Uh-huh.
All I do, we're doing a Humpty dance for 70 minutes.
Hey, whole time. That's my babies. Look at my babies. Look at my babies.
Got
Well,
that drunk uncle. Do that Dumpty Dump again. Do that Dumpty Dump again. Oh, that Kente, he just like his daddy. He just like his daddy.
Just like
Let
his
me hold
daddy.
something. Let me hold something.
Let me
Felicia.
hold something,
that-
bro.
I'm so glad you brought that up, man, because they were just talking about Eddie Murphy on social media, man. And the reason I think we loved Eddie so much because he talked about stuff that we really experienced in the black community. We all had that drunk uncle that would come over, and you knew he was gonna be drunk, man. Like when he did Delirious, remember that,
Man.
bruh? And I got 7 uncles like that that would all come over and get drunk together, man. Just talk ish the entire time, and almost get kicked out every time.
Hey, dog, real talk. Shout out to my Uncle Dwight, which
There
is
you go.
a black ass name. Uncle Dwight bought me my first pair of name brand shoes. My mom used to buy us. My mom used to buy us like Cougars and Bobos.
Yeah.
And I'm outside one day. My uncle's like, "What the you got on your feet?" I said, "Man, these Cougars." He said, "Boy, get in the car." Took me up to Bloomingdale's. Bloomingdale's is downtown Greensboro, right next to Woolworth, where they did the city.
Woolworth.
Right next to
Yeah,
Woolworth.
man.
He bought me a pair of white Converse. The first pair of name brand shoes I ever had. This is the story though. I get the white shoes. My mama like, where you get them damn shoes? I said, Uncle Dwight. Because my mama going out. My mama was the type of mama, I take care of my kids.
That's
You
right.
Don't.
Yeah.
Don't be buying my kids no shoes. Blah, 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 blah. Anyway, my Uncle Dwight, they go back and forth. Ruth May, da, da, da. And I'm looking at it and I said, I don't want white. I'm going to be outside. I'm going to go switching for the black shoes.
Mhm.
So my daddy I was walking to Bloomingdale's. My daddy just happened to pull up. Kente, where you going? I said, the Bloomingdale's to change the shoes. My daddy gave me a ride to switch the shoes out. I came back. My mama, who took you to Bloomingdale? I said, Chick. Don't be getting in the car. I'm like, what can I do right today?
You don't be getting in the car with your biological
Your
father.
father? I raised you better than that, Kente.
Look, my mama was one of them people. You ever see them things on Facebook? I just saw one this morning where like the baby daddy gets the kid and the girlfriend does the baby's hair and it comes up and the mama's mad.
Yeah.
That was Ruthie Mae.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah,
My daddy couldn't do nothing for me, bro. My
yeah.
mama
That's my
would lose
kid.
her
Yeah,
mind. That's my child.
that's my
But this
child.
is my daddy. I don't care. I'm your daddy.
I can imagine Chick driving with you. He got a beer in his hand. He's like, "Hey, do
Yeah.
you know whose car this is?" No? Okay. I thought maybe you knew.
Hey,
I just
hey,
woke up driving it.
That's
hey,
funny.
Miguel, my daddy had the Sanford and Son truck. You
Oh,
know what I'm saying?
stop,
The seven, and it was
stop.
orange. It was orange, bro. And the only reason I really like when he picked me up, because he had the in the door, the console in the door, both
Yeah.
sides would be full of change.
And he
Oh
let you have
yeah.
it.
Change. So I would
Yeah.
always take a handful of change before I got out of his car to go get some nails or something. But you knew
Ah,
my daddy was it was loud and it was orange, bro.
damn. And every time he drove it, all you heard was "Bicka boom boom bicka boom boom
Like Miguel said, drinking a beer
That's
Yeah.
with hey
You know
with the
your
little
mama
brown
gonna
paper
whoop
bag,
with the brown bag in the beer.
and
your
it's
mama
always
gonna
that
whoop
tall one
my
in the
ass.
hood. You know
Yeah.
the
But you
tall
need
one, like
Yeah.
extra
yeah, the
long.
tall boy.
You be like, bro, how have you not killed somebody yet? Which I mean, actually, he did murder somebody back in the early '80s. But why haven't you killed somebody driving,
It was
bro?
the early
Wow,
80s, Ken.
different
He wasn't
time.
doing some murdering.
This is what we do in the '80s, bro.
Bro, but your dad in your neighborhood growing up, people everybody knew Chip, right? Like he was
Everybody knew Chick. Everybody knew my daddy, bro. Chick Mac. I told you at my daddy's funeral, they was like, Chick McAdoo was my idol. Chick McAdoo taught me this. And I'm looking at my wife will tell you. We just was talking about this the other day. I looked at
Mhm.
my wife like, who they talking about?
Wow, because that's not how you knew him.
They ain't talking about my dad. They're
It's
not talking about Chick
Chick.
McAdoo. Nah, dog. Nah. Yeah.
Showed up to your school on your wrong birthday.
Yeah. I'm like, there's no way they and drunk. I'm like, they're not talking about my father.
But they
Nah,
loved him.
they loved him, bro. They
Chick
loved
McAdoo,
that man.
man.
And dude, the anger in me. I was like, yo, we gotta go get a drink after this. I said, matter of fact, we all going to get a drink.
Everybody.
Layla, Jazia, Kenny,
Everybody get a drink. Hey,
everybody
drink that
drinking.
drink.
Yeah. They go
You
some
came up
tonic
to the
water.
bar too.
Tonic.
You walked up to the bar and then they were like, you came in there to sit down and have a drink, and they were like, hey baby, we're gonna get you one drink, but we closed for the day. We honoring this Chick McAdoo, and they put the picture up.
How you
Where did
know
Chick
Chick?
McAdoo know? Yeah, how did he know both Kennedys? He's shaking both their hands in the picture. Old Chick told them, hey, y'all gotta let this Marilyn Monroe stuff go. Y'all brothers.
Yeah, man.
They got a picture of my daddy telling MLK, boy, don't go to Memphis.
I'm trying to
Yeah.
tell you. Don't go. I know you like to
At his
march.
funeral, this old Asian dude come up with a rice hattie, and he's like, I am Colonel Latrang Dang Bak. Chick McAdoo was the finest airborne I've ever fought against.
Respect.
Every December 7th is Chick McAdoo Day. We all put blackface on because we do not understand its mean.
The finest
Yeah.
warrior I've ever did battle with.
Son, everybody. And I'm talking about the utmost respect. I swear, bro, I think Budge Aldridge called me the other day. Hey,
That's
man,
funny.
if it wasn't for you, bro, I wouldn't have, if it wasn't for your daddy, I would have never touched that moon, brother. Tell Chick, what? What is going on here, bro? Yeah.
But it's like, hey man, I always appreciate all that change that we have out of this truck. Thank you.
Yo, hey,
Hey, we was going to the moon. We hit some tolls. I said, Chick got us.
hey, I want to say my daddy might be a bar in a Jay-Z song.
That's funny.
You looking wackadoo. You and your whack crew. We dropping out of airplanes. Vietnam, McAdoo.
Respect, Chick.
Yeah. Both Pac and Biggie have a song about Chick.
Yeah. Real, bro.
Hey, y'all, don't go anywhere. We'll be right back with more of this hilarity on Real Laughs on Real Radio 104.1. You're still listening to Real Laughs on Real Radio 104.1. I am your host, Mr. James John. I am joined in virtual studio with my good friends Ken Miller and Miguel Colon Jr. Now, you guys may have noticed that last week Miguel was out, man. He had some family matters to deal with, Miguel. But I checked with you and you said you're pretty cool about talking about what was going on in your family's life, man.
Yeah, man. So last week, my brother-in-law Joel, he passed away, and my brother-in-law
Our
Joel.
condolences, man.
Thank you, man. He's married to my older sister Melinda. He was amazing. He was that good good dude. Like me and my dad were talking about it. He was that dude that you weren't worried. The minute he came into our lives, we're like, Joe's cool.
Yeah.
Kind of nerdy, kind of real like kept to himself.
Mhm.
Adored my sister and was tough when he needed to be tough and was there for her. But my sister ran the show. My sister ran
Yeah.
the show.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
also, I say this: my sister ran the show because Joe was cool with that too. He was like,
Yeah.
cool, like
Yeah.
yeah.
Like,
And
yeah.
they had a beautiful relationship, and it hurt me. My brother had he had he had cancer. It was God, I'm forgetting adrenal cancer, and he got
Okay.
diagnosed in like May, guys, and then he passed away two
Wow.
weeks ago on
So
just
it
in the
was
middle of the night.
it,
Yeah,
it,
eight
it
o'clock
was
at night.
already,
Yeah,
yeah.
it
Okay.
just
So
came and got him. So
mm,
I was already going to go fly up there. The day he passed away was Thursday. I was going to fly up there Friday to go see him. And the thing about Joel is too, like he's so private, he didn't really want people seeing him like this. So my sister's like, you might come and he might have you talk to him through the door. I say, whatever.
wow.
And I said,
Yeah.
hey, whatever.
Yeah.
And I said, if you don't want to see me, that's cool too. Me and him had a great time. He's fading away and he's not comfortable with everybody seeing him like this. But
I
but
can
he
respect
got to
that.
see his
Yeah.
mother, everybody. Yeah, and I get it. And I was all with it. I was like, Melinda, I said, if I get up there and he's just in a mood where he doesn't want to see me, because he was going. They weren't on
Yeah.
medication anymore. They weren't on treatment. They were just
Wow.
he was
Okay.
going. So I told my sister, if I come up there, he don't want to see me, I'm not gonna hold no grudge. I'm gonna kick it with you.
No.
Because I don't know what going out is gonna be like. I don't
Yeah.
know what's going to be going through my mind. And I
Mhm.
also know he's doing stuff to make sure Melinda's taken care of. So I'm like, he's my brother-in-law. He's taking care of my sister. If my man doesn't want to see me right now because he's just feeling weird about the state, he's a big dude. He's like 6'2", tall,
Yeah.
meat on him like a football player. And he had dropped like 60 pounds.
You.
Mm.
So, and he was a prideful dude. My man was poloed up, everything. So, this is all hard for him. He doesn't like a lot of people in his house, and he's got a nurse there now taking care of him and stuff like that. So it
That's
was a
hard.
lot. So he
Yeah, that's
passed
a
before I
lot.
could say goodbye, but I'm not hurt by that because he got to see his mom and he loved my sister and everything. But my sister hits me, and Joel's Jewish, and so in the Jewish faith, it's about 24 hours after you pass, they have to have a service.
Yeah.
Now, because it fell on a he passed away on a Friday, Saturday's the Sabbath, so they couldn't have the service, so they have the service on a Sunday. So my sister had told Joel before he was passing, Joel, because Joel didn't care about a service. He's like, he wanted to get cremated, and most Jewish services won't allow cremation.
No,
He's
they
like, I just
won't.
want to be
Yeah.
cremated. And so my sister told Joel, hey, listen, whatever your mother wants to do, you need to understand that's what we're doing.
Yeah.
He was like, I don't want a big service. She's like, you're going to be dead. And we're going to do.
I don't mean to
Yeah.
laugh, Miguel. I'm sorry, but yeah.
Yeah, no, laugh, man, laugh, bro. It's funny. She's like, you're
Oh,
going to be dead.
dead.
Whatever your mother needs is what we're going to do. She's like,
She kept it
you know,
real.
and I really appreciate my sister's relationship with his family because like she told him when he wanted to be cremated, my sister talked to my mom and them, and my mom told my sister, hey, Melinda, you need to have him tell his family that, because if that's against their religion, you don't want to be the one saying he wants to be
Yeah.
cremated.
Yeah.
So she
Yeah.
made him talk to his mom about it. And his sister's awesome. Linda, she's amazing. Linda was like, hey, Melinda, whatever he says now, we'll do, but we're
Mhm.
giving my mom the ceremony. So
Yeah.
it was a
Yeah.
Jewish ceremony at a synagogue. And my sister tells me like the night before, she's like, I can't speak at it. So I need you. Can you do a eulogy?
Yeah.
And I said, I will. I said, I just want to give you a heads up. I was like, I know usually like the closest family member, the mother, the sister, whatever, closes it. She's like, yeah. She's like, Linda's gonna be the last one to speak. I'm gonna give her some notes for me. I said, okay. It's gonna be hard to follow me though. Just heads up. Like, listen, just I'm like, give me the bullet spot. Let me host
Yeah.
it. Let me
Yeah.
host
Hey,
this joint
hey,
so I can set the
hey,
vibe.
hey,
Because I
Miguel, I'm
yeah.
thinking when you said that, I'm thinking nobody does time after the headliner.
Yeah.
That's what I was like. I will do
Yeah.
this Vegas style. I'll host it. So I thought of a lot of thoughts, and my theme of it basically on my eulogy. I told him, put me up first. Let me set the mood. Let me set the mood. Let
Yeah.
me go up
Yeah.
first because I know what I'm
Yeah.
going to talk about. And my theme of the eulogy was basically that after Joel passed away, I went through a bunch of text messages and Facebook messages, and I started really to feel guilty about how little this dude who I loved, me and him communicated. And
Yeah.
I started telling people I felt sad and I cried. And I started going through Facebook posts and I was like, damn, he was so proud of this. Why didn't I even like it? Why did I even comment it? And I said, you know what, guys? You're gonna feel guilty. And my whole eulogy was, you're gonna feel guilty. You didn't do anything wrong. You didn't do
Yeah.
anything wrong. You thought there was a tomorrow. And I don't want you living like you don't think there's a tomorrow. I want you to live like you think there's a tomorrow, because that means you'll be responsible. That
Yeah.
means you will do things for tomorrow. And I
Mhm.
told him, this is gonna happen. We talked about it. But I will say this, guys. I probably got like 5 hard ass laugh breaks. Like hard ass laugh breaks.
Applause breaks.
Oh, dog. Like I lit it. I lit it. And then I was pulling on, there was some tears. I
Yeah.
started watching everybody nod, and he was like, he's right, he's right. I was like, oh, I'm cooking,
Yeah, you got him. You got him.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I did a little crowd work. I was like, what do you do for a living?
Crowd
No,
work. Hey, so where you from?
yeah.
How long y'all been married?
But I was like talking through like my tears, because I started looking at my sister, and I was like, man, that's the love of her life. This dude was
Yeah.
my brother-in-law,
Yeah.
like I loved him.
Yeah.
And so I got teary-eyed, and I was talking, and I was holding it together. And then at the end, when I got done with mine, which also when I got done with it, I forgot people don't applause for it. So I like
Yeah.
walked off like, oh, y'all, okay.
Okay.
That's a standing O, but okay.
Yeah. Normally I get a standing O, but it's cool.
Yeah, I was like, whatever, you guys are grieving. But
Yeah.
as I walked off,
Yeah.
the
Wow.
rabbi came up to me, and no lie, he goes, oh my God, that was amazing. And I did not mean to do this. But he goes, oh my God, that was amazing. He shook my hand. I was like, it's what I do.
Hey, Rabbi, help yourself to the omelet station.
Yeah,
Yeah, right.
knock it out. Kick me to the back. But it was cool. It was funny because my father went up. My father's the wild card. So I'm sitting there with my sister, and I'm like, my mom's next
Is
to
your
me. I'm
dad
holding my
really the
mom's
wild
hand.
card though? Like,
Oh,
man,
you never
dad-
know. You never know with that boy. I'm holding my mom's hand. My mom, we're sitting in the front row. I'm sitting next to my sister, or my mom. I'm holding my mom's hand. My mom's sitting next to Melinda. Melinda's in between Joel's mom and my mom, which I really love my family, because my mom, the first thing I said was, there was all of our family. I call it the green room, but it was like the back room for the family. My mom came in there, and she was just like, hey, this is too much of our family. It's not what it needs to be. She's like, start clearing out some cousins and stuff. I was like, okay. And nobody had a problem. But she was like, I don't want his family walking in to all of our family in here. Like, this is our thing. So we
Yeah.
cleared everybody out, and it was just my mom and my sister until they came in. Then when they came in, then everybody else came in again. But the whole time, my mom and my was always thinking about Joel's family. And I love that, man, because it's just, you know how people can make things about themselves. And I was real proud. My family didn't do that. But I'm sitting there holding my mom's hand. Mom's holding my sister's hand. Sister's holding Miss Roberta's hand. We're on the front row. And my dad goes up. We're like, ooh. And every time my dad would walk away from his script, me and Melinda would go, oh, here it goes. Here it goes. And at one point, my brother-in-law, Jewish, but he loved Christmas because he loved the vibe of Christmas. He didn't look at it as like a religious thing. He just loved the food and decorations and stuff.
Yeah.
And
The
so when
pageantry
Melinda
of it
started
all.
first dating Joel, it was a big deal that Melinda was like, I don't want your family to think that I'm forcing Christmas on you. He was like, I love it. He was like, wearing Christmas sweaters. She's like, I don't want to be the Gentile girlfriend that's making her boyfriend do Christmas, They're going to hate me for it. So there was a contention again with Joel's family, not Joel's family, Miss Roberta and Joel, not against my sister, but Miss Roberta was like freaking out. The first time she came over, Joel's like, check out our Christmas trees. They had like multiple.
Oh my God.
So my dad's up there talking about Joel. And this is just the mic drop dad moment where I was like, there it is, the old man.
Mhm.
He's like, let me tell you about my son-in-law. He's amazing. He's like, as a father, he's like, you're so worried about giving your daughter away to another man. He's like, not this. He's like, I was proud, this. So, and the family's getting, he goes, let me tell you some things Joe loved. Joe loved cars. He loved the Redskins and stuff. He goes, Joe loved Christmas. I know what
Oh,
you're
wow.
thinking. He's a Jew.
You're like, mom, go get that. Mom, go get that. Mom, go
And
get
then
that.
that was it. My sister and me just looked at each other, and the whole audience is laughing. He goes, I know what you're thinking. He's a Jew, but he's a Jew who liked Christmas. Not
Your
that.
dad's like, what? What did I say? What?
Yeah.
Hey, man.
Your dad is
my
wild, man.
God.
We love your dad. Like, we're a big fan of your dad.
Yeah.
He's a wild ass, man. But he's a wild ass. I was telling these guys during the breakup, my homeboy had a situation similar to Ken, where his father was a bit estranged, but the difference is Ken's father really, Chick McAdoo was going through some stuff, but he wanted to be a good dad. He just didn't understand how, it seems. There's a lot of people who don't know how. And my homeboy had a similar situation, except his father wasn't even trying to be a good dad. He just abandoned the family. And so when his father passed away, my homeboy's girlfriend said, "Hey, listen, if you want to go to that funeral, let's go. I don't care if we're there for 5 minutes, but if you want to
Yeah.
see him, say whatever." She said the only thing she told him was, "Don't do anything to make this about you other than
Yeah.
seeing him. Don't be
Yeah.
mean, don't be rude, don't be angry, but go
Yeah.
see." So when he showed up to the funeral, uh, the other family, like his grandparents, didn't really care for him anything because they were just they were part of the abandonment team. But he had an aunt who didn't really get to see him since he was a baby, and that aunt was like, "Come here." She was like, sit in the front
She
row.
knew right away. She's like,
Yeah.
And she
yeah.
had good kids because her kids were like, "Hey man, yo, come sit here. No,
Yeah.
you my cuz, you know?" Arms
Oh,
around him and he said
yeah.
it broke him because he hadn't seen these kids since he was like 10 years old.
It
Now
broke him.
he's like 30,
Gotcha.
and they're like, "You sit with me, you my family, you know?"
Mhm.
And so he said, no, the thing that got him furious was afterwards, everybody was like, "Hey man, your daddy was like a daddy to me." He was like, "Yo, that cat wasn't no
Oh.
daddy to me." Like,
Hey, Miguel,
Oh.
all the cousins was like, "Yo, come sit with me." I snuck us some tonic water.
yeah. He's 32 years old. They're like, "Hey, do that Humphrey dance. Do the Humphrey. Now you in your pants. You going to dance. Do the Humphrey,
Dog,
babies."
it's funny, man, because my daddy, like I said, he when my younger days, yeah, but when I got older, he tried.
Yeah.
My
Yeah.
aunts though, and my cousins on my daddy's side, they always were in my life.
Really?
My aunt Marlene bought me my first ever suit, and she bought Junior his first ever suit, the exact same suit, pinstripe. I don't even know where
Pinstripe
you.
collar
I
out,
don't,
fish.
I don't, I don't know where you get a pinstripe suit from.
But you
She
know where? Sears, bro.
in K&G, in K&G,
Yeah.
3 for $99.
What do you got in the sex traffic category? Let me show you in the back here.
So funny, bro.
Yeah, man. So, man. So, but Miguel, man, I'm glad everything went up there. Everything
Thanks,
went
man.
well, man. Yeah. So,
Yeah,
Yeah,
man.
we
and once
are.
again, like you said, sorry for your loss, brother. We
Yeah,
missed
thank
you
you
last
guys,
week.
man.
And
Thank you guys.
and if you have to go to a funeral, I'm just gonna say this, man. Go to a black one because it
Yeah.
is the bro. It's not boring. Like as soon as it starts, somebody's gonna fall out. Like
Somebody gonna
that's
fall out.
somebody's
I'm
gonna fall, and
It's
it's
gonna be some
never a skinny
comedy.
person. It's
Yeah.
gonna be an auntie that's the big one. It's gonna fall right out. And you're gonna have
I'm
to
gonna
catch
tell you
it.
this, man. I've changed my vibe though. If you're gonna get a funeral done, get a Jewish service. The rabbi was hilarious.
Was he?
Hilarious. Yeah, rabbis, man. I mean, I think I know it's a stereotype, but I think the Jewish community has just embraced comedy because of so much tragedy in their lives, you know?
Makes
They're
sense.
just funny people. And the rabbi was great. And then the rabbi was like, he brought up a point. He was like, everybody wants me to do the eulogies. He's like, I don't know him like you.
Yes,
He was like,
you
so
should
he
do
was
it.
like, I'm excited to have you. And it was quick. It was like an hour long. And I told my little sister, I said, yo, the service was only an hour long. My sister goes, time is money to these people, you know?
Hey,
Yeah.
bro, when you go to a black funeral, it's a 4 or 5 hour process
Oh, dude,
because
Yeah.
we
it
gonna
is the
we gonna eat afterwards. Like
it
everybody's
is
gonna
the
eat.
it's the Titanic, bro. It's 2 VHS tapes of black funeral.
Bro, you ain't lying. And I love the old dude who tells all the secrets because somebody died. He's like, hey
Yeah.
man, hey, I knew your daddy. I just want to let you know something right there, man. You see that dude right there in that casket? You're like, yeah, you know that ain't your real daddy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's your daddy's roommate.
What?
Yeah. Hey, here, take a shot of this tonic.
Yeah.
It'll
Hey,
help you get through.
hey,
Ain't
your
nothing wrong.
daddy still got that belt? What do you mean your uncle got it? You know?
Bro, that's a black funeral. I'm not even making that up, man.
Oh man.
You know that your daddy, that ain't your daddy, right? You know that.
Stop telling him secrets about his fake daddy.
Yeah.
Don't give him no tonic. That gonna bloat him.
That's right. Hey, I gotta ask you guys before we go. We got like a minute left right here, man. Great show, by the way. Where are you gentlemen going to be performing this weekend so people can come check you out?
I'm gonna do another synagogue funeral because I feel like I want to work some new stuff out there. I didn't really get. They only gave me like I came up there and I was like, how much time do I got? They're like 5 minutes. I was like, I mean, you know who I am, right? Like, bump some of their time. Who's this cousin Rachel? She gets 7.
But you silly, bro. So silly.
Oh man. Sunday night, I'm in San Diego. Preacher presents me, Akeem,
Hey,
Charlize. We're going out there to record some material so we can start throwing it up on the web. So San Diego, California. If you know anybody out there, hit me up, man. I get you some tickets.
beautiful, man. Beautiful. Next week, this week, I guess I said this weekend, I got a private show for a community. Shout out to Kojo Prince for hooking me up with that. But I do want to let you guys know about a great show if you're in the Vero Beach area. It's a live comedy magic show starring Mr. Todd Bogue. He was voted Florida Magician of the Year. And opening up for him is the funny Jake Clark, man. Y'all can go check that out. I'll have stuff up on my social media, but y'all should definitely check the show out if you are on the Vero Beach side of things in Florida. Thank you guys for listening. We so appreciate you. On behalf of myself, James John, Ken Miller, and Miguel Colon Jr., we out. Ken, tell them what to do.
What time is it?
Wake your ass up.
Wake your ass up.
All right, we out.